last left our lovely adventurers, Tecton and Cariad had created a spectacle in front of the Walliford City Hall. They spoke to Colin Williams, the city's mayor, in front of the crowd and then again in a private meeting. Mr. Williams denied his involvement in any corruption in addition to any involvement in the death of the beloved Anderson family. The meeting ended with Tecton threatening the mayor's life if they found out he was responsible. When the rest of the party learned of what happened, they were furious. After a day at the spa, Freya was confronted with the fear that they would be killed or run out of town. However, Cariad continued to investigate the Andersons' burnt-down tavern. She discovered the same strange mushrooms the party had encountered when they had battled the giant wasp. And then Cariad was then ambushed by an undead creature that bore a striking resemblance to the father of the Anderson family. That is where we left off. So, Cariad, as you stand up, pulling yourself off the stone road that you have just landed harshly onto, you brush off some pieces of rock that are now puncturing through your skin. You just wipe it off your armor, and you wait a second to see if you hear any further sounds. Make a perception check.
Ah, fuck. Perception. It's a +2. It's not awful.
Perception.
Perception.
So a 19.
A 19? Just kind of trying to tune out the town around you that's still in that jovial atmosphere now that the evening's kind of coming upon you guys and everyone's kind of beginning that party stance once again. You just kind of try to tune that out and just try to listen through the now broken down, charred husk of an inn that it once was. You don't hear any movement and you don't hear any screeches.
Well, shit. That was not what I was expecting.
I'm sorry, do you want to get attacked?
Well, it kind of makes it easier.
Oh, then I don't want to attack you.
Because I can't let this thing get away. Otherwise, it's going to be that bullshit fucking Schneider's Bakery. Guys, there's a thing in here. Everyone comes in. It's not there. You're an asshole. No, it's real, you guys.
So what are you doing?
I don't want.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna have to lure it out. But I don't want to put the townsfolk in trouble.
Oh, and this street is bustling.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look for a guard.
There are plenty around.
I'll make my way out to, like, the sidewalk or whatever, off the lawn, and I'll flag down a guard. Oi! Over here!
He is currently writing a ticket to someone who has clearly peed in the street. And he slaps it to their chest, and the guy stumbles away, and then he kind of makes his way up. You see his kind of armor is, like, polished to a degree. One of those guards that are like, I want to look my best, but, like, also I can't be bothered to look my best. He's got, like, a sword at his side and a little shield strapped to his arm, and he goes, can I help you?
Alright, I don't have time to explain, but there's a monster loose in the city.
What kind of monster? And he, like, kind of starts to clutch his sword, and he starts looking around through the sky and up on the sides of the buildings and through the street.
No, it's right in this building, and I need you to clear out the entire street. I need you to get everyone to the city hall and have guards surround the people. We need to make sure everyone is safe. But I also need you to find another guard, go to the sunken staircase, and get a mercenary group.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Yeah. What?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh, I couldn't read that word for a second.
It's okay, I couldn't say that word for a second.
This is my second rolled 17 in a row, so 18 is the number, but just letting you know I got 2 17s in a row.
Ooh.
Solid.
He goes, I don't know. This seems pretty far-fetched.
No,
What
I
does it
don't
look
have
like?
time to. I don't have time to argue with you. People are going to die if you don't do your job.
Okay,
And I
all
know
right.
you're in this. I know you're in this to protect people.
Okay, all right. And he kind of like turns around. And he's like, all right, party's over.
Show some urgency.
Oh, show's over. And you see the group like looks back at him a little more intently now, and he's like, "Go on, get!" And he pulls out a sword, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" And they start to leave the street.
All right, I need to kick down the front door. I'm gonna kick down the front door.
Okay, you kick down the front door. It falls off the one hinge that is still staying. Key! Onto the charred remains of the floor.
So I'll peer my head in. I won't enter, but I'll peer my head
You
in.
peer in. You don't see anything.
Oi!
You don't hear anything.
Shit. This thing can't get away, and I need to wait for my party to show up. Fuck. I'll cast Chromatic Orb. I'll set the place on fire again. I have everything I need from it. I have everything I need from the Bog Inn.
Okay, I love it. Mark off that spell slot. Just roll me that damage. I won't even make it hit. Just roll that damage.
16?
16, okay.
Oh wait, no, damage.
Damage,
sorry.
yeah.
That was to hit. 3d8. 13.
13. Old wood kind of begins to erupt in places, and you kind of wait for it to gently start to kind of climb up.
Wait, shit! There's still an entire room I haven't checked yet! I'll have to cast a second Chromatic Orb of water and put it out.
Okay, roll me.
I forgot.
Now
I
I'm gonna
genuinely
ask
forgot.
You to hit. I'm gonna roll the hit, please.
Now it's to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So
There's
this is-
nothing I need from here immediately.
Oh god, like student, like teacher.
That's a 14 to hit.
A 14. Okay, that'll hit. Roll that damage.
That was 19 damage.
19 damage. Yeah, okay. You send out a different chromatic orb with the diamond in your hand, and it
Shit.
and frost just freezes it.
There's 2 out of 3 of my fucking spell slot. Alright,
You fucking maniac.
I didn't work because I forgot I still have a place to check.
Our future council members, ladies and gentlemen.
Kick down the door.
I think I'm doing a great job because I'm in a panic. What?
All right. What are you doing?
Hey, I'll say this for a council member, I made sure civilians were safe.
Yeah.
Even if I don't know how to deal with the threat, I still made sure that people were my priority.
Sure. Yeah. What are you doing?
Interesting.
I guess I have to enter. I'm gonna stay near to the door.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna tie a rope. I'm gonna tie a rope around a fence post outside,
Okay.
and then around my belt, and then I'm gonna enter.
Okay. Easy enough. Are you using all 45 of your rope?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
45 feet. I'm
You
gonna use all
tie
45.
one end around, and then you look for.
Because 5 foot of rope got damaged
Like, right in the beginning of the
like
game.
the very first campaign.
Okay, so you go over to like a post where a horse would be tied off, and you quickly do a knot, and you tie it around your fez, and you just drop the spool of it onto the ground. The dust comes up from it, and you begin to gently walk in. You see the tavern around you charred and burnt from 10 seconds ago when you made your way in here. And you gently creep through, eventually get to the staircase again, but you don't see anything. You don't hear anything.
Do I see like slimy tracks from where it was moving?
Not here.
Can I just fucking imagine it? I'll call out to it one more time. Oi!
You don't hear anything.
Fuck. I
Sounds like somebody's crying wolf.
bet to not have just imagined this. I swear to Christ it happened. I don't want to leave, because if I leave it has a chance of getting away, but also it's kind of already gotten away, so I'll untie the rope and I'll clamber back up
Okay.
to the room.
Make an athletics check, please.
Because I got away last time, I mean, and now I'm expecting it. So I'm gonna be ready to dash at the first drop of a thing. What am I rolling?
Athletics.
15?
15? Yeah, easy enough. You climb this. This is your second time climbing up these staircases. You have to kind of sidle around the edge
right.
too and get up.
Now I know what it's like.
Alright, you get up to the first floor. And you see the hallways that you had checked before, the very like normal looking in rooms.
Mario!
It's funny that you do that.
Little Luigi's Mansion.
Does a ghost pop out?
No, I'm just kidding. No, Ghost does not pop out.
I would have loved that.
And you're getting hit.
Oh, that's what I hear?
Oh yeah, and you're getting hit.
Okay.
Math. 19 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You...
Watch it do like 53
You're
damage.
taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you kind of
not awful.
climb up the final step, pushing yourself up, and you kind of look around and see the hallway, and you look up the ceiling that is now has collapsed down from the second floor, and you're getting ready to climb up the next step to go back to the room when this shadow just darts out, screeching at you, and just slams you in the side. I need you to roll initiative, please.
Ah, shit. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's fine.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have to do it anyway.
Natural 20, so 21.
No, roll an initiative. I can hear peacefully.
I promise I didn't aim to kill you.
I'm a pacifist fighter.
Initiative. I just wanted to talk.
Alrighty, you're up first.
With a 21, I fucking hope so. Right then.
It kind of stands there. You see its face now. The half that is still there, it's slouched skin. It is definitely decaying skin, but under the skin you see just gentle lights kind of crawl up its face, almost like the moss or fungus is growing underneath that. There is, even with the face kind of sliding off of the bone, there is a gentle smile that curls up the lips, the half lip of this now fungus zombie Wallace Anderson. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna extend my finger, and it will hear the sound of a Dolores bell, and it will have to make a wisdom save,
Alrighty.
or face my Toll the Dead.
Yeah. That is a failure. Got a 4.
Good. I also got a 4 for damage,
Ooh, love that damage.
because it hasn't taken any damage
It has
yet,
not
right?
taken any damage yet.
So it was a D8.
Alrighty.
All right, and then I'm going to evoke my second wind already and regain 1d10 plus 4
Absolutely.
hit points, because I'm already almost at half health.
Okay.
It hit you once. Oh wait.
And I fell out a window.
You didn't fall. You jumped out a window.
I jumped out a window and smashed my arm up. My arm is purple.
And then walked back.
And then walked back in, because I can't let it get away!
As you take your stance and take a deep breath, trying to push your feelings of pain away. The Wallace Anderson zombie is going to attack you.
Yeah.
That'll be a 22 to hit you.
Yeah.
That's 3 points of bludgeoning damage as he brings up his arm and just slams you in the side once again. Your turn.
Alright. With this going nowhere fast, I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run back down the stairs.
Okay. Make me...
Rather, yeah, I'm gonna like... I'll slide down the rail on my butt.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics?
Yeah.
Alright. This is my third 17 of the night. 17, 18, 19, 20, 20.
You slide down the banister. As you hit the bottom, you hear... and the whole banister does fall.
Okay.
And break.
But I don't fall with it?
You don't fall with it.
Okay, alright. And then I'm going to continue on however far 30 feet takes me.
Okay, that'll get you about halfway into the foyer kind of thing.
Okay, alright.
And that is the end of that. So...
I'm keeping an eye on it as well.
Okay.
I want to keep my line of sight on it.
Okay. You do hear... and it starts to crush down the stairs at you. It's doing...
Was it making very humanoid sounds?
That's what it sounded like. You can take what you will from that.
Wallace!
It rushes at you. This zombie has a speed that you did not see with the other ones in the graveyard.
No, but I did witness this thing's speed. I know it's fast because it came at me down the hallway.
And it
gained on me.
has this swaying to it. It's moving in such a jutted way that like you have not seen from the graveyard. As it and it's going to hit you. Imagine that. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That
I could really use an healer right now.
that'll be 5 damage to you.
5 damage.
You
Right.
would bring us.
As it and slams you up against the bar. That it is your turn now.
I'm gonna wipe some of the blood off. As like a free action, hopefully. There goes my attack. Did it just break? Did it just get in between me and the front door?
No, it's beside you. Like you guys could, you could move your way towards the door if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll disengage one more time, and I'm gonna head to the front door.
Okay. You get out into the evening air. The street is cleared up from the civilians.
I want to run out, but I don't want to run out like into the street. I want to stay at the threshold.
Okay.
I want to stay at the door
Yeah, you make...
to see if there's like a threshold it can't cross or something. If there's any reason it didn't follow me out into the street last time.
Definitely, sure. At the end of your turn.
I disengaged. There's nothing really I can do as a free action. I can actually. No, that's all I can do. Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna rush at you.
Yeah.
Doesn't really got much it can do. So it's gonna slam you.
Yeah, there's not much I can do without my fucking party here. Guys, hurry up.
We don't even know where you are. Don't hurry us up.
Yeah, but the guard's gotta get up. The guard's gotta get you.
It rushes towards you, and you take a step out of the way as you guys kind of slam together in the doorway, and it misses, but now you're like face to face with it again in the doorway.
Do I see it like crossing the threshold at all?
You see its
Or
hand
does it look-
go past its threshold, but then it like
Okay,
kind of
so
corrects to see you again.
I don't assume then that it can't leave. It just didn't. I'm going to... Does this thing have, like, tentacles and stuff, or is it only using its arms?
It's using its arm. It doesn't have any extra limbs or anything. It's just half... It's, like, very, like, half of it is decayed away with the fungus kind of taking its place in the skull. and like the kind of bony arms, and then the skin has the kind of colors, like the lights kind of drifting up under the skin.
Bear hug. I'm gonna grapple it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna drag it out into the street.
Okay. I love that.
16 to
Oh,
grapple.
I gotta do a thing, huh?
Oh wait, athletics. 19 to grapple.
It's strength for you, it's athletics or acrobatics for the person getting grappled.
Well, still more than the first one. What did I say? 17.
17? 17 exactly.
So I succeed?
No, you fail.
What?
Defender wins if it's a tie.
Fuck that.
Just
You
an
try
all
and
dice.
bear hug it and pull it into the street, and it just like thrashes in a way that you are not
Shrugs me off.
trained for, and it pulls its hands up, and you let go.
Alright. Well.
Bonus action, movement.
No, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay right here. Both blocking its view, like it from coming out, but also not letting it retreat.
Okay.
That's the end of my
All
turn.
right. It's gonna bite you.
Shit.
Does 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only have an AC of 14.
You only have an AC of 14?
What?
Oh my god. Alright.
I still haven't gotten any, like, good armor or anything.
You're,
Oh, wait. No, I got the chain shirt. That should have been pretty good.
Is it equipped to you currently?
Yeah, it's equipped.
Oh.
It's only an armor class 13, and I only have a +1 dex.
That's why.
And I don't think I can wear
Alright.
anything else.
Okay, you take 8 points of piercing damage
Oh, okay.
and 9 points of poison damage.
9 points. Alright.
And you...
I want to, as a reaction, absorb the element of poison.
Okay.
Wait. Reaction, when you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Oh,
Oh, you can't do poison damage?
can't do poison.
Sorry then.
what is that specifically?
The,
Absorb
the spell
elements.
Absorb elements.
It's a spell.
Oh.
Alright, I can't use it.
Alright. It bites into your neck horribly. You feel it pull skin and muscle away from the bone, and blood begins to pour down through your armor as it sinks jagged, malformed, broken teeth into you. You feel poison just kind of drip through your system. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Shit. This is not going good, guys.
Why did you go back into the building? You didn't-
22 con save.
Okay. Whatever.
Because I've seen too many fucking Nickelodeon shows. me, the player, has seen too many Nickelodeon shows.
Whatever could possibly go wrong with this bite, you seem to push off for now.
I flex and all the poison comes out of the artery.
It kind of pulls back. You see the blood kind of drip down its skull and chin that is left over. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
What the bloody hell can I even do? I can try grappling it again. I still have the rope tied to the lead. I'm gonna pick the rope up off the ground.
You have it in your hand?
And I'm gonna try and hook it up and around this thing's neck.
Okay. Make me a grapple check.
Would that be a grapple? Yeah. So that's just straight strength?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be athletics? I don't get that.
Because it's your strength to stop them from squirming or pushing
Yeah,
off
but you gotta
of
be athletic to fucking grapple my flippers. 20. Artificial.
You wrap it around its neck a good couple times, and you have a tight grip on it as it's trying to like, and it's trying to like pull forward to kind of grab you, but you like pull the rope in a way, kind of putting up your foot on its chest.
Solid.
It's its turn. Here's the thing, though. You basically have the equivalent of a noose around him.
It casts freedom of movement.
Fuck.
It casts counter rope. No. It's
Counter.
it doesn't. It's not very smart. So it's just gonna try to
The zombie
attack
is
you with
proficient in
disadvantage.
not-tying.
Does this count as restrained? Is that different than grapple?
Grappled is separate from restrained. Yeah. Either way,
Is it both?
I don't think a 12 is gonna hit you, is it?
That does not hit, thank
Alright.
God.
So it just basically, as you kind of like push your foot forward, keeping your left foot back and your like right foot pushing it away, it just kind of like tries to reach out and grab you again, but you just can't find anything. So it's just hands are just falling onto your leg and just trying to like push forward. It's your turn.
Am I able to tie the rope?
If you want to risk getting closer to it, yeah, you could tie the rope. Because you would have to get close to it to seal a tie that wouldn't just like eventually be loose
That
enough
it
for
wouldn't
it to
just
slip
slip
out.
of. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't want to get rid of this rope. I know as soon as I let go, it's just gonna flop off. So I'll go for tying. the
Okay,
rope.
make me a survival check.
Survival.
Yeah.
Good. Please natural 20. Please natural 20. Not awful. Not natural 20. 15.
15. You kind of quickly tie the rope and give it a nice tug, trying to avoid the gnashing teeth and the screeching body that you are restraining in some way, and quickly pull your hands away.
As he's chomping at me, I'm gonna. Oi! Watch it! Tie.
As you
Oi! Settle down! And I'm gonna. Give him a little slap.
you finish tying the rope and pull away, kind of keeping a hand and a foot on him, and he is tied around the neck, though there is still a whole like 40-foot lead of rope that he could eventually he could move through. So he's guided. He's not necessarily he's leashed. He's not necessarily restrained.
Okay, so if the rope going in went a certain distance, I'm gonna go diagonal. Like, I'm gonna go sideways from the front door until the rope is taut. I'm gonna go 40 feet away so that I'm just out of his reach, but I want to stay like within.
I know what you're talking.
5 feet.
I get what you're talking about.
If he
Yeah,
follows.
you kind of duck under his arms as he tries to like it's that Scooby-Doo moment where like the monster tries to like grab Daphne, and then she
My
like,
hat stays
yeah,
up.
her, she moves at the time that it like tries to grab her, so you duck under its arms, rushing into the room. It turns around with a screech and starts to run towards you, and then you dive out through a hole in the wall that like fire had burnt down originally, and kind of run around for a second around the main base until it's all the rope, all the 40 feet of rope left over is kind of tied tight around a 3 times around, and then it's just trying to like go for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay that close to it that it's like still trying to get me for as long as I can while I wait for my party to show up.
You hear behind you, what the fuck?
I turn to look.
It is Cassius Almaldo.
Alright, thank the gods you're here. Do you have anything that can heal me?
No.
Well, then you're bloody useless, and I'm gonna turn back to looking at the monster.
He kind of steps up beside you and he goes, "Are you keeping it alive for a reason? I'm really not understanding your thought process here."
I've tried fighting it myself, and I can't. I need this thing to focus on me so it doesn't try to run away while I wait for my party to show up.
And what are you gonna do when your party's here?
Then we'll beat the shit out of it.
Okay.
If you'd like to help, I'd appreciate it.
I
But if not, then please find something that'll make this feel better. And I'll show him my purple arm and my blood soaked.
Draws this sword. The hilt towards it is like a very like plain looking hilted sword, but the blade is like on one edge of the blade it's like black. The rest is like that nice silver color. Yeah, did you want to say something, Nick?
Wait, actually, now that I have you here, and I'm gonna pull out the parchment that shows a picture of the Anderson family.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold the picture up next to the corpse, and I'm gonna say, doesn't that look like Mr. Anderson?
He's like in the middle of like winding up to do like a swing, and he's like, he turns back to the zombie.
Mr.
Turns back to the parchment. He goes, you know what? Now that you mention it, it does look an awful lot like him.
I think this is Mr. Anderson, and if that's the case, that means nobody bothered to check this fucking house after it burned down.
You climbed into the burnt wreckage of this house?
Yeah, and I found a monster that was sleeping in your city.
He swings.
Got you there, Dad.
He winds up and swings, and it just, the whole head just like... and the whole body onto the ground.
This is his job. That is what he deals with.
He like flicks the sword, and the blade is like hydrophobic, so all the water or the it's not blood.
Viscera.
It's not even viscera. It's not normal.
Bioluminescent mushroom sludge.
It's not even that. It's like an ichor. Yeah,
What
it's
is
like an ichor. It's
Like bioluminescent mushroom sludge.
no, it's an ichor. There's a difference. Come on, man, get on my level.
Just
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Flicks the blade, and all the little droplets like onto the ground, and he goes, "That was gross." Okay. Sheathes the sword. Now that you have like a second, like the fungus, like the skin begins to kind of lop further off the body. It's not like it's disintegrating. It is more like it is just. It's like you took some skin and you just slapped it on a mannequin, and then it's gotten so hot that it's just like peeling down in the face.
It's just falling
yeah.
off.
Because this is gross. This is very gross.
Like almost like there was nothing keeping it to the bone
Yeah.
aside from like pure magic. Alright.
This is very gross.
like really good ribs.
I'm gonna look Cassius right in the eyes. Can I trust that you'll vouch that definitely looked like Mr. Anderson?
I can vouch that was definitely Anderson. Or something.
Alright, then who the hell was in the tomb that we delved into just earlier this week?
A lot of things from what we cleaned up. Well, not I, but people cleaned up.
Alright, can I ask who was in charge of making sure everything was collected from the bog?
It was a group of people. It wasn't necessarily a job for the guards. It was more of a collections office that came by. Even then, the whole integrity of the bog was not structurally sound. As you say this, like a piece of the door frame that you wrapped the zombie around just kind of kink. It's like, yeah, like that.
Alright,
That was me. I did that. I set it on fire, you see.
I am the villain. I'm not Cassius. I am Mayor Colin O'Williams.
Mayor Carlin O'Williams.
I don't even have a southern accent, you see.
oh shit, the other stooped all along!
That don't even sound like Foghorn Leghorn anymore.
I'm Doug Dimmadome, founder of the Dumbsdale Dimmadome.
Right, can I show you something?
I'm assuming you're probably going to anyway, so yes.
Yes, correct. We're heading upstairs.
Have you done this before?
I've been in and I point to the purple arm again. That's how I got this.
I'm gonna not.
Don't worry, it's safe.
Are you sure it's safe?
I only got this because I fell out a window.
He gives you the
Don't
most
worry.
incredulous look of like, what the fuck? And then he goes, why did you jump out a window?
Because that
You
thing was gonna
idiot.
kill me.
Okay, checks out. Let's go. You guys, I'm not gonna make you roll. So you guys like climb up the stair, especially with two people. You climb up the staircase. He looks.
On our way up, I want to rip a little bit more of my nice clothes. And I'm going to make a tourniquet around my neck.
Okay.
Because I'm bleeding
You're
profusely
bleeding
from a missing chunk hole.
But this is D&D. You guys get up to like the first floor, and he looks up at the hole in ceiling, lack of staircase, place where you've obviously like shoved your foot into the wall to like scale up the walls where you've tied ropes and shit. And then he looks and he goes, you question why things weren't checked out fully, and this is what you climbed up.
I made it just fine.
you.
And then I'm gonna start climbing.
Oh god, and he like restrings where his sword is, he drops his shield, and he like begins to climb up in his plate armor, like
Oh shit. I'll give him my hand. I'm not gonna be a dick. I'm gonna
ugh, and he gets up.
Arnold Schwarzenegger meme. We're gonna
Yeah.
clasp our big biceps together.
Bennett, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Cassius, you son of a bitch.
Didn't do anything.
No, it's a good son of a bitch. Don't,
Okay, alright,
don't worry
whatever.
about
I
it.
don't get what your custom.
It's from,
Um,
it's from a play.
It's in reference to a storybook I've heard called The Predator.
never heard of it. I don't like to read
Never-
books when I
you've
can
never
live
read
in
it.
real life.
Alright, fair enough.
So you get in there, and he goes, now this is weird.
In where? Are we in the wet
Yeah,
part
you're in
yet,
the
or
wet
just
part.
the second
You're
floor?
in the wet part.
Okay. Yeah, there's no holes in the roof, so I don't know why it's all wet up here, but right down there is where I found the monster, and I'm gonna point to the...
I mean this in the kindest way. I never, ever will understand you adventurers.
I don't have anything to say to that. I really can't
He, like,
argue against you.
he draws his blade again, and as you guys begin to kind of walk down the hallway,
I'll unsheathe my scimitar.
he goes, can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
Why?
Why
Why
what?
any of this?
You're being incredibly vague today.
I'm an incredibly vague person. It's kind of my charm. He does a little bow.
Very charming.
Yeah. He gets all the ladies,
Cariad
I
will roll her
promise.
eyes.
And he goes, why this? Why this town?
It's a good question. I'm just kind of following my friends. They came here. I don't know. It was just the next town over. We came from Yarlford.
I mean, you can come and travel, but the difference is you guys have made mass performances in the town square, made the mayor in some way giddy at your presence, and now you guys are just snooping around. Most adventurers just kind of fuck off after they're done their tasks.
Well, I'll say this: we wouldn't still be here if it wasn't for you. Actually,
He is now super confused. He goes, what?
we were just gonna pass right through until we saw your advert asking for people to come and kill the zombies.
Okay.
And the zombies revealed a bigger secret in this town.
Wait, okay. So my loophole to cleaning up a problem unlocked
Yeah.
a whole conspiracy for you.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, Tecton, the small one,
There's two of you.
Kinda-
Man?
the grumpy
Okay,
man,
yeah.
he discovered that your commerce doesn't make sense. It makes no bloody sense. and we're trying to find out where all the money comes from. And we think there's a connection between a demon lord of rot and the town having way too much money.
Is this?
It's a whole big thing.
He goes, this is what I'm talking about, man. Most people just pass us by.
Yeah, and that's why we're in this problem.
Okay. You get...
It's through you. It's
All
through
right.
you.
He creaks open the door as you guys step into the master bedroom with the bed covered in moss as well as the dressers to the side. The moss covers every square inch of the floor except for one path that leads up to this now fully wide open door that you assume this is probably where Zombie Mr. Anderson came in here. Mr. Zombie Anderson, if you will.
Doctor
Mr. Zombie. Professor Dr. Mr. Zombie Anderson.
Not go to 6 years of zombie doctor school
to be
called
called Mr. Yeah.
Does it look like is it reminiscent of that house in the cabin that we went in?
It's reminiscent only to the idea that the moss is covering a lot of it, but the makeup and contents of it are like stark night and day, where this one is like the furnishing I feel like kind of
is much more rich.
It's much more rich. When you look at it, there is a decadence to it. A lot of the moss is grown into detail, where the moss in the forest, the cabin, there wasn't 100% detail in wood at all, so it just kind of grown over.
Okay, I'm gonna look through the door that it came through.
Okay. He goes, wait, you're kind of bleeding, and then you like poke your head into the doorway. It is covered in moss on the floor. You can definitely, making your way up through the little path, you can see the steps that the creature made to rush out, like they're squelched into the wetness of this floor, of the carpet. And stepping in, you see it looks like it just kind of paced back and forth for a long time, as the fungus and mushrooms are like patted down or broken.
What does the room look like? Is this just a walk-in closet? A lot
of the clothing, it's like how I described it last time. There is burnt and charred edges of a lot of things, probably where fire came up from the bottom. But then it's just like wet and soggy. Like eventually the fire was put out or stopped burning for whatever reason.
I'll tell you, I was kind of expecting this to be like a portal to the cabin out in the woods. But, alright.
I will say that I have to describe a little bit more. This is a narrative form podcast.
Alright, fair enough.
You see because this is a walk-in closet, there is burnt edges of clothing that have now just kind of sit soggy on racks. The floor is covered in moss for the most part, though there are contents of what looks to be chests broken into the side of, or the top's broken over entirely. It looks like someone brought in a hatchet and just started to break their way in. And things are skewed across the floor that have not been grown over. You see a lot more hand-drawn pictures seemingly pulled out from what looks to be a scattered photo album. Detailing different moments of the Anderson life, the inaugural ribbon cutting of the Bog Inn, the expansion to the Bog Inn, the second expansion, this top floor, to the Bog Inn, first steps of the children, first words, the different contents of different parties and years passing, different sets of people, possibly staff or workers, family events, some of which hold Colin Williams in it, some of them do not. But there is one rather large photo obviously missing from this. The corners that have been stuck into the front of the covered book have been torn out haphazardly. There are corners of parchment still stuck in there, but you don't see the actual full picture. And then as you kind of begin to scan the room and look around for any more detailings. You don't see much else, but then your eye catches something and you have to do kind of like a double take to look at it, and you see something behind some of the clothing and the wall, and you kind of carefully come over, pulling up your hand.
I want to look back to make sure Cassius is still.
Yeah, Cassius is there. He's kind of looks through the doorway and then kind of looks back at you and kind of gives a shrug. And as
I'll give him a knowing nod, and I'll continue on.
As you pull open the clothing, the railings that the clothes are hung on screech horribly from metal touching metal, and then you see carved in haphazardly. You see, in big, bold, spooky lettering, traitors, every one of them, carved into the wood wall. Hello, and welcome to the interlude of this session of Chronicles of Gaia. I am your friendly neighborhood Dungeon Master, Liv, and I'm here to tell you about all those things that I have to tell you about. So, first of all, if you like this show, give it a like, give it a subscribe, ring the bell, give us a rating on whatever platform you're listening to. It really helps in the long scheme of things. Thank you very much. Also, you should follow us on our social medias to see all the things we will do in the future. And you can follow us on Twitter at COGRPG or on Instagram at COG.RPG because we could not get those same handles. Gosh darn. Next, I gotta tell you about Saran, who's our wonderful character artist and thumbnail artist for the podcast. You can commission him and see his comic and see if he streams by following him on Twitter at TheShockwave48. He's awesome. You should commission him. And look at that comic. Duh. Oh, God. Next up is Elk, who does a lot of the intro, the outro, and the middle interlude music that brought you here. And he does art as well. You should follow him on all his social medias, which is Twitter at Lord_Elk, Instagram at Elk_Lord_art, or Coffee for commissions at Elk_Lord. And he also streams. You should check him out. Finally, of course, music. We have 3 sources of music for this podcast, and I'm going to give them all their shout-outs. One is Tim from tabletopaudio.com or patreon.com/tabletopaudio, who does awesome tabletop music for you to view and listen and use on your tabletops at home. You can see his stuff on his website, or if you would like alternate tracks, you can go on and give him a couple of dollars and you get 2 alternate tracks or so when he releases a new song, and it's really cool. Next up is Alexander Nakarada from serpentsoundstudios.com or patreon.com/ANAKARADA, and you can find him. He does more than just tabletop music. He does orchestral, funny EDM, cool, fun music, and he's really cool, and he's what got us that cool fantasy EDM style that we had a couple episodes ago with the Walliford stuff. And finally, if you want a more classic Wizards of the Coast, Sword Coast adventure style stuff for your home games, a new person that I've been featuring on the podcast is AJ from Sword Coast Soundscapes or patreon.com/swordcoastsoundscapes. He does awesome tracks that coincide with a lot of the pre-made adventure modules, such as Descent into Avernus, Ghost of Saltmarsh, or even Curse of Strahd. And you should check him out too. Okay, that's it for me. I'm gonna let you go. I have dinner waiting. I hope you guys have a great week, and thank you for listening to another episode of Chronicles of Gaia. All right, goodbye.
Traitors, every one of them, that whole
Yep.
sentence. Let me just write that down.
You can write that down while we cut to Tecton! Hey, Bobby! Okay, so let me paint you a scene. You just came out and you're angry and you're frustrated, man. And then your 2 bubbies Ramses and Fenlo, who you can trust with anything in the world, who totally get your sentiment, just went, fuck you, and then left you in the street of partying people. What you doing, bubby?
And I'm assuming that, like, the word from the guards hasn't got
Not
out?
yet.
Okay. I'm gonna go with my original plan. Whatever sort of, like, stone facade that Tecton was trying to put on during the performance, and all of his nerves from before, and, like, during the afternoon, sort of crumbles. And any pretense of earthy stoicism just falls down, and he is like sort of wandering through the town streets with his ripped up clothes, and I think he. Is there still any vendors selling?
Of course, there's alcohol here, definitely. You see this like fur bulk, and he's like, "Hey, you're that servant of that Cassius fella."
Yeah.
Goes, well, you put on a great performance. Why don't you come and get a cup of ale on the house here?
That sounds okay.
Alrighty. And he's got like these kind of like he doesn't have any hair on the top of his head. He's got like little puffles of like kind of indigo blue hair coming up from the side of his head. He's got big, thick glasses that kind of take in his cow doe like eyes, and he's got kind of these similar indigo kind of lashes that he's got all these kind of like indigo sashes that kind of cover his clothing, kind of maybe his brand, and you see on the side of like the jug of, or the keg of ale, it does say Maelstrom on it. And he goes, well, come over here, I got you. And he takes out a mug and opens up a stopper and gives you a big old mug of ale.
Okay, I will down about half of it. And,
He goes, oh,
say,
we got a big boy here.
Yeah. Is your name Maelstrom?
No, that's kind of a pseudonym, if you will.
Right.
My name's Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey.
It's very nice to meet ya. What is your name by chance?
Tecton.
Oh well, Tecton.
I do have a name. Did you like the
Oh,
show
I
there?
did. I very much did. The thing that I've learned in this town is that you can never have too many performances.
Well, I don't know if this one went quite as planned, but yeah, I don't think we did what we were trying to do with it, but I'm glad you enjoyed it, I guess.
Well, sometimes it might not work out the way it's intended, but it can just be just as good.
I don't think that's true all the time. I don't think you can just say, oh, I could have done better and move on. And it sure doesn't feel that way, Jeffrey. Listen, you don't know me.
I do not
But-
know.
Where's a good spot to just maybe let loose for the night?
Oh, well, that would be my establishment, Maelstrom. Here it's really hip with those kids today. Got a lineup all the time, every day.
Can I, are you going back there? I wouldn't mind drowning my sorrow.
Well, for a good performance like that, I'm sure I could fit you in. Hop on.
Hop
He's
on
standing
what?
on like a little like 5-foot by 5-foot stool.
I don't understand
Just
yet.
hop on my stool.
Okay, I'll stand on the mysterious.
Okay, you
stool.
get on the stool, and he goes, "Hiya!" And he, like, motions like he's whipping reins, and then the box, like, lifts up, and then the whole keg behind him lifts up, and then you guys begin to glide down the block. He goes,
That's fucking
"I
cool.
call it my
That's really
hoverboard."
Oh,
It's my own invention, and by my own, I mean I did what every mage does, and I rip it off from another one.
this is you're gonna have to explain this later tonight how this works.
Definitely. Though, if you're looking to drown your sorrows, I might have to write it down for you.
That's fair. I'll finish the rest of the tankard that he gave me, and I just want to sort of splosh it all over my shirt,
Sure.
and then like rip off the torn shirt and just throw it in like a gutter.
Okay. We get this cinematic shot where you are going further into the background, and it's the foreground as it lands into a puddle in the street where people step on it, and beer and alcohol and vomit sometimes hit it. And a Mardi Gras bead, because why not? As you arrive into the... This is some silly energy tonight that I got. You arrive at Maelstrom, and you see the jealousy of the other patrons as you get to cut basically the whole line. And you enter into once again, the beating heart of the city, the loud music just as everyone's beginning to grind and mosh in the center, and people are either fucking or making out somewhere else. You guys head up to the top of the metal kind of grated landing where the bar is, and you kind of get that although Jeffrey does not understand the kind of cultural movement behind the clubbing scene, he's totally okay with everyone just having a good time. He's like, "Oh, they're having a good time tonight. Oh, how you doing, Jessica? You staying clean tonight? Oh, good for you. Oh, Hayden, great to see you again, buddy. Hope this one's the next time's a charm. He's been dumped 6 times this week." And then he continues up, the staircase, and eventually comes to the front of the bar, and he looks at his 3 bartenders. One is familiar to you. He is a dark black ebony tiefling with kind of loose draperied clothing, a lot of tattoos kind of running up his forearm of different stars and constellations. This is compassion. You see a tabaxi, a very kind of floofy and pristine kind of Himalayan kind of cat, very brushed gently, very nice clothing, just kind of pouring drinks. And you see a massive Goliath who probably, in all retrospect, from just how jacked they are, should not be able to fit behind the bar, but they make it happen, and it seems like they're making a mean martini. And Jeffrey kind of comes up to the bar and goes, "See, this right here, ladies and gentlemen," he slaps down on your shoulder. "This is my new friend, Tecton, and I want you guys to give him a good night to drown his sorrows in." And they all kind of nod and, yeah, sure, boss, yeah. And then within a second, 2 minutes of them saying that, there's a bunch of alcohol seated in front of you.
Any other time, Tecton would be very dubious of someone trying to purposefully get him drunk. But I think he has some dangerous levels of callousness going on right now at the world, and he's just going to go with it and try to relieve some of the pressure and enjoy himself after a shitty day.
You have a couple drinks. Some of them are your typical ale that you got from the keg before you came here. Some are nice liqueured drinks that probably shouldn't have mixed with the beer, but oh well. How many drinks are you in?
Or is this like pro bono, or do I have
It's
to
pro
pay?
bono.
Okay. Let's go like, I don't know, 5, 6.
Okay. A newly started to drink again dwarf. You can feel the edges of your vision kind of swirl a bit. The colors in this club are more morphing together into this amorphous kind of blue blob now at this point, just out of your peripherals. You can still understand who you're talking to. You don't need subtitles yet. But there is definitely the sense that you are pretty tipsy at this point.
You don't need subtitles.
I don't have anything specifically I want to do. I just want to talk to some women, maybe dance a little bit,
Definitely.
and get rowdy.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a club montage where we just cut to like 5 to 8 different thumbnails where you're like, ooh, and you're like crowd surfing, or you're like, and then I said, we're falling, and all the women start to laugh around you. You talk. At one point, it's like you hit one too many drinks, and now you're just sad, Tecton. You're like, and then she's dead, and everyone's like, like they're crying with you.
Oh my god, am I spilling my guts?
Maybe a little bit.
Like,
But you
oh
also,
no.
just from like the night, the way it's going, you don't think most people are gonna remember. So you're kind of cool. And then you hit one more drink after that, and then you're fine. You're not sad again. And you're like, now who thinks I can chug all of this? And you point to like a bowl of peanuts, and everyone's like, yeah! And they just accept it.
You drink one more, and ironically, you're sober.
You're like, oh, you're zeroed out now. Yeah, and you're having a good time, and you're up at the bar again. And excuse me, my cat just hopped up into my dinner plate. Oh my god. Everyone stop the recording. We gotta restart. Fuck everything that happened in the last hour of recording.
Oh,
All again.
Bring it down.
And now he's talking back to me. He's like, meow, meow. Oh boy.
Kick the cat out.
Chuck him out the window. Meow.
I genuinely thought that was the cat for a second.
I just actually threw the cat.
Oh, there's no windows directly there. It's a pretty impressive throw.
Tecton, you kind of make your way up to the bar again
Bouncing
to
off
get
the walls.
against probably sober Tecton's better judgment, but drunk Tecton's having a great time. You come up and you ask for whatever your drink of choice is, and Jeffrey kind of comes out. He goes, so, how's drown in your miseries? I don't know what his accent is anymore.
You kind of started as slightly Peninsula, mixed with a bit of good stuff.
It's gonna stick somewhere around here. How's drown in your sorrows tonight?
It's fine. Good.
Listen, you...
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Hello, Jeffrey. I gotta thank you. This is a good ending to a bad day. And there needs to be more people like you in this world.
Oh.
Who'll look down on the wretched and raise us up. And then plummet us into intoxication.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what? I appreciate all those fine words you're saying to me. I don't know where his accent's going anymore. Yuck. He goes,
I like it better that because everyone around him is drunk, nobody knows what his accent is.
Yeah.
People are like, "Are you kidding me? He has a Scandinavian accent. What? Are you fucking stupid? He's clearly from Iraq.
he's Pakistan, come on.
Ironically, he's just Russian. It's just nobody can pin
He
it down.
goes,
It's
I
perfect.
wouldn't sell yourself so short there, my short, sad friend. Because
We're hearing this through Tecton's ears, too.
you have quite a bit
full
of
of
magic at your discretion. And by discretion, I mean a word that fits in this sentence. Disposal. Thank you, mysterious random voice that came through the masses.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Alright, Jeffrey, you've been drinking too there.
Maybe a little bit. But don't tell the business
Snuck a couple
guild.
shots.
It goes, might I just say that anyone would be lucky to have you on their service. And which is why I would like to have you and your party on my service.
Jeffrey, this is the furthest thing that I want to think about. The future.
You don't have to think about it right now. But
Look.
I assume you have some good capabilities. Some very nice capabilities. Very nice.
Jeffrey,
Very
My-
nice, Mr. Tech Twin.
Woo abilities.
Is that where we're going with this?
I'm simping for you,
Holy
Mr.
shit.
Captain.
It sounds like it.
Brain blast, Mrs. Neutron.
Fuck.
I'm simping for
I-
you, Mrs. Neutron.
Mrs. Neutron. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Don't tell Mrs. Neutron that I own a Daki Bakurai over. I snuggle her as my pillow every night.
You had to say that as soon as I took
Wow,
a
that
drink.
was really good
didn't you?
pronunciation on that, Carl.
Hey, everybody.
Sorry,
Practicing.
Welcome to episode. What are we on? 15?
Eight.
Eight.
No, but.
Session 8.
Point what?
So-
Like eight part one.
Oh, fuck.
Like episode wise, it'd be split. So it's
8.
15.
Yeah.
15, yeah, we're at episode 15.
Alright.
Welcome to
And we brought it back to like episode 4.
Alright. He was just listen. I put a lot of faith in you. That you are a strong, capable young man. And if you don't want to think about the
None of
future,
those things are true.
I can get you another drink to forget this whole conversation happened. Or I'm just putting it out there. I write you a little note and you put it in your pocket and you just come back to me when you're ready.
I want to like put my hands on my stout dwarven face and just scrunch it around and get all the sweat and grime off of it. Then I'm gonna lean up to Jeffrey, putting my knees on the bar stool, get in his face so he can smell my
Oh,
breath.
that's wow.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the note.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
Jeffrey.
Can you stop breathing directly into my mouth and nose, please? Oh,
What?
your whole mouth is around my big cow nose. Oh god.
He's like
Oh,
with
God,
his entire
please.
face.
Jeffrey, I wanna like I wanna like grab his shoulders. Jeffrey. I'm in so deep, Jeffrey.
Okay.
There's no
Jeffrey.
escape, Jeffrey.
You don't understand. It's just gonna keep going. And I don't know how long I can keep it up, Jeffrey.
Keep what up? I've lost my whole accent because your whole mouth is around my nose now.
Jeffrey,
What?
the council, Jeffrey, and mom and dad, Jeffrey,
I
and
genuinely don't know what you're talking about,
the
I
mayor,
genuinely
Jeffrey.
forgot
It's all falling apart.
I genuinely forget a time that did not smell like stale beer and peanuts and one apple martini.
I miss those days.
You're so wise, Jeffrey. What do the notches on the Bone Club mean? Why are there 4 notches on the
I
Bone
don't
Club?
know. It's your club. You brought it in.
Oh.
Wait, I should have really put that in storage for you when you came in.
Oh, you mean this? And I like
3 glasses
whack it.
Breaks like 7
Oh,
glasses.
all right,
and
we'll write
glasses
those off.
everywhere.
It's okay.
Ugh.
I'm just gonna extricate your whole face away from my face, and he like pulls himself away.
Ugh. I like fall off the bar stool on my back, so I'm looking up at the ceiling, and while I have the spins, Jeffrey,
Yeah.
give me another drink. Give me that note.
Okay. He goes, but this is your last one, okay, Bumpy? And he basically sets the cup onto the ground, encircles your hand around the handle, and then you feel a giant furball hand just like shove something into your pocket.
Okay.
All right, let's cut back. Let's cut over to Fenlo, Ramses, and Freya. You guys are just finished. Let me paint you a scene as well. You guys, Ramses has just finished slamming the door a couple times from anger. And Freya, you're kind of getting the full picture. You guys are kind of like sitting in silence now as everything is calming down. Maybe you guys are having a little drink of water. You know, the post trauma, the post anger self-care. When there is a knock at your door.
Hi, who is it?
It's
Who
Evelyn.
is there? Ugh. Ramsey will go
You
over
see
and
Evelyn.
open the door.
Her hair is not put up at this point. It's kind of pulled down like wavy strands from being up probably in a braid all day. And she kind of goes, "Hi, sorry to interrupt. A guard is here to see you."
Evelyn. Oh.
He's waiting down at the bar, but he says it was he needs a mercenary group, and I think you guys are the only ones staying currently. So, seems pretty important. He seems pretty sweaty. So,
Wait, sweat indicates
Evelyn-
importance.
I mean, it looks like he ran over here, and he's wearing armor. So,
I should have put the 2 and 2 together. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
all right, I'm going downstairs now. And she turns and leaves.
We will be right down. Freya, there is someone who was at the door. Apparently, there is a guard downstairs.
Alright, let's go see him.
All right, you guys make your way down the stairs. You see Evelyn is handing him a glass of water. She goes like, I know you're not doing anything wrong, but you're kind of scaring the patrons. And then there's like one patron who's giving the shifty eyes to the soldier in the city. He's like, listen, I run an establishment. I know you're just waiting. Wait, here they are now. There you go. Mercenary group, guard, mercenary group. And she turns back to her cleaning the counter. He goes, oh, thank God. And he drinks back at the glass of water and slams it. He goes, listen, this woman came up to me in the street. She jumped out a window. She's bruised. And she was saying there was a monster. And I had to go get a mercenary group. And at the sunken staircase. So I'm assuming you guys are a mercenary group.
What did
Who could this woman possibly be?
This woman, she have a scar over her eye?
Yes. And she has like this pixie cut, yeah.
Okay.
That's Cariad. Alright, which
Freya,
way?
how did you know they would have scar?
She doesn't said it.
It is Cariad!
He said she
Which way?
Oh,
Which way
it's
did
the
they go?
bog inn. The burnt down husk of a building.
The one the end. Wait.
She said
sorry,
she didn't
what-
have a lot of time to explain. I don't know, down that way, turn left, turn right, turn left.
No.
We went there, right? We went to the to the bog, right?
So wait, just tell me one more time where it is that Cariad went.
Turn left, turn right, turn left, and you're there.
No. Say the location
The
one more time,
bog
please,
inn.
to my ear.
It's an old burnt down building.
The bog inn. Turn left, turn
Yes,
right, turn
exactly.
left.
So as soon as we exit this
Yeah.
bar,
Yeah.
we turn left. First
Yeah.
right we see,
Uh-huh.
we go right. And then we go left
Exactly.
again.
I have a bad feeling. And
Okay.
then Ramsey's
Ramsey,
gonna go.
rush out into the night air.
I follow.
Wait, Ramses, take
Lift
Freya,
and
'cause she
right.
can't run as fast as us. And I can't carry her.
Ramsey like halts like one of those cartoon characters. His feet skids across the ground to make like little tracks. And okay, he picks up Freya.
You're the tallest you've ever been.
Uppies.
I'm baby.
I'm baby.
And you guys
Can we?
And just kind of like fireman carry.
You guys rush down the left, then right, then left, seeing at the end of the street the bog in a charred, burnt husk of a building now. Getting there, you see a now decapitated body with the similar bioluminescent fungus like weaved through the different bones that are showing and in through the skull, protruding from one of the eye sockets, part of the mouth. You see the skin has kind of like slowly started to slide off the bones of the skeleton. But underneath the skin and growing through the different pieces of muscle that are still there and the different bone structures, you see the moss. Anywhere the skin hasn't fallen off, you see the glow under the skin of this. And you see that head on the ground, you see the body, you see a rope that looked to be like it was tied around the neck. Some of it is frayed and cut because decapitation. And then you see the like kind of like the rope fully wrap around the corner of the building that has 2 holes on either side of it, just wrapped around at least 3 times, and then it's hooked onto a horse post, a horse hitch, if you will.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna start. Freya's gonna, like, kind of put her wand tip to the bottom of her lip, and she's gonna look around, and she's gonna start pointing to different parts of the house, and at each like corner she points at, she's gonna whisper a message. And she's gonna cast message each time she points at a direction. And it's just going to say, Cariad, we're here. Where are you?
Okay, are you just keeping to like a base
In
floor?
each
In
direction.
each direction? Okay. Eventually,
Yeah.
Cariad,
Like every corner of the bottom floor and then every corner of the top floor.
Cariad, as you would discover this, you hear the footsteps of Cassius kind of walk up, and he goes, "Oh fuck!" And he reaches in, and he's gonna touch one of the letterings, and he like, feel that, and he like points to it.
Hesitantly, I'll place my fingertips to it. But I wanna like side-eye Cassius, because now, if everyone's a traitor,
He cuts off your hand. No,
I'm not so sure I'm safe. So I'm gonna like
sure.
side-eyeing Cassius. I'll touch my
The
fingertips to it.
wall is wet, but the inside, the carving of it is dry. Yeah.
Which means it's fresh. Which means either his name was Wallace.
Yeah, Wallace Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. That means either Wallace was still alive for a bit, like literally until this morning, or he still had some form of consciousness. Either option is fucking upsetting.
If it helps, half of his face, very like Two-Face, was bone. He didn't have any skin or anything like that, and there looked to be like, it was not like pure white bone.
I reveal the hole missing out of my neck.
But there's
and the
still
bone
some
that you
muscle
said
there.
was
It
exposed.
pulses.
The Among Us style, just one.
Yeah, one bone in them.
One bone sticking out.
No half body.
The very cartoony, like the round bone poking
Yeah.
out.
Then
of my
in your
neck.
head, you hear Freya's message.
Cariad, we're here. Where are you?
All right, Cariad doesn't know the rules
Yeah.
to message, so she's gonna get elated and she's just gonna go off. Oh, thank gods! I'm so glad you're here. I'm on the top floor. I fought off a monster and I'm here with Cassius Amaldo.
What the fuck are you saying?
Yep. She's
I'll-
here. She's here.
I'll look at him and I'll go. I just got a message that my friends are here.
I will never understand magic.
No, but it's really wonderful.
Okay.
Ramses, can you let me down now?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry I forgot. You're not heavy at all. You do not weigh much.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna walk over to the staircase.
Okay.
And I would know from the last one where I got the response that they're probably upstairs.
Yeah.
Alright, so she's here. She's upstairs. She's here with Cassius.
How do you know that?
Because she responded to me. I can point in a certain direction if I kind of know where you are, and send you a little message here, and she'll point
Magic.
at Ramses and whisper a little message. She'll whisper,
Trying to think of a joke, aren't you?
See the word.
Why did the chicken cross the
I don't
road?
understand what is supposed to be happening.
No, she'll just she'll point at you and whisper into her wand, which you can't hear her whisper until it's in your mind.
How?
Fenlo's looking at your bum.
Ramsey immediately whips around to face Fenlo
He's not.
and
He's
leans down.
Yes, and first rule of improv.
Still, Ramsey
failed the first
Ramsey
rule
looks
of
at you
improv.
and Ramsey turns around and looks at Fenlo, who's actually staring maybe off into the corner of a room or something, and says, "That was very fast, but I know what you were doing. Staring is very rude."
I thought, if anything, it was going to be rude that he wasn't. looking at
Did you see Ramses was disappointed?
Why aren't you looking at my ass? It is perfect ass.
He doesn't really respond, and he's not making eye contact, but his cheeks do go red.
Everyone knows paladins have great cheeks.
We're perfect asses from this
Why
squad.
we have so many plates to cover.
Victory. Anyway, so I did that. Anyway,
Some people have buns. Well,
I
have
don't
cake.
think I can climb up these stairs.
They do look formidable.
You told Cariad that
I
Fenlo
don't-
was looking at my butt?
What?
Freya said, yeah, that's what I did to Cariad, and Ramsey said, you told Cariad that Fenlo was looking at my butt?
What?
I'm very observant, and sometimes I just like pointing things out to people.
Freya, would you be my wingman in this for once?
You're very
I think it is Fenlo. That is very hot. Thank you. Let us go upstairs now.
I don't have my
Quickly,
wings.
this conversation makes me...
Yes, Fenlo, stop messing around. We gotta get upstairs.
I am not. I have dealt with too much bullshit today.
Wait a minute! Freya's gonna go, wait a minute! And then she's just not gonna be there. She just,
What?
is gone.
Freya's
She's
gone.
dead. What?
You know, even though I have magic, I am still shocked every day by what magic
Did you
can
just
do.
turn invisible? How does that help in any regard?
I'm up here! And she's gonna be leaning over the staircase. She cast Misty Step.
Oh,
Okay, so it's
And-
less that she's not in there, and then you just hear... and you guys look up.
Yeah, it's like the in my mind, the sound effect is very just like...
You guys hear...
Beautiful technique, Freya.
Come on.
Fenlo, we will climb
you,
up
Freya,
this stairs.
you pop up there, and then you look up as there's no longer stairs, and it's a more formidable, steeper climb.
How many stories is this place?
It's 3 or 4, sorry.
Fuck. I thought it was only 2.
And then the first staircase is there, and then there's no more.
Oh, I thought there was no staircase on the first level.
No, there is on the first. There isn't on the second. There is on the third.
Oh well, fuck.
It was just like a big
Well,
Can I?
no,
Can I-
sorry,
it's 30 feet.
It's the lobby has the staircase. It leads up to the first
Yes.
floor. The first
Okay.
floor is the one where the ceiling upstairs collapsed through. It does not have any staircase. So you have to climb up the rest, and then you can begin to like settle down the second floor, or you can continue to climb up to the third floor, which is where Cariad is.
So if I go 30 feet, can I say I went up past the broken staircase?
Sure.
That's 3 stories.
Don't come for me, construction workers. Yes, you up the thing. Can Fenlo and Ramses make me athletics checks, please?
Okay. Oh, that was a terrible.
Fenlo, what'd you get?
Oh no.
I got 8.
Okay.
Oh, that is so relatable.
All right,
I have also gotten 8.
Oh wow. Aw,
Freya,
cute.
you hear
guys.
that?
Couple
You-
goals.
Poof up
Winning.
there, and then you hear, "Oh, let's climb up the stairs." Oh god! And you guys it's
They are
really
slippery.
cute. It's very anime. Fenlo is on Ramsey's lap, but now you guys are both stuck in the staircase, like ass in the staircase.
I'm trying to picture
Wait.
this visual and I'm having some trouble.
I
Thank you.
I got it.
Vindication.
We
So Ramses is like vertical. You're like legs spread around Ramses, but both of your lower halves are in the stairs. So your legs are popping out. Ramses' whole lower half is down, and you're like face to face
Oh,
with each other.
okay.
Oh, that's super cute!
You're like straddling Ramses.
Okay, all you had to say was it was 90% of Fenlo's dreams, and I would have gotten it.
I don't know Fenlo's dreams.
That's
Fenlo is
super
living out
cute.
Fenlo's fantasy, and Cariad's in trouble.
Alright, I'll leave you two alone. I'll find Cariad.
All right,
Freya!
Freya.
I'm gonna keep.
We will be
moving.
right up. Do not worry.
Please climb. Please athletics, please.
Oh, dear
Unless
God.
you have another
Jesus.
second level spell slot.
Time for the wizard to fucking shine. Athletics, my. To be fair, it's not a negative,
That's good. It's not a positive either, is it?
but it's not a
Is
positive
it a
either.
0?
All right, what is it? Athletics. Oh dear God, I have too many dice in my dice.
I need at least one puppy to come up here.
18.
Oh, that's literally what you need.
Wizard strength.
Literally.
Wizard strength.
Okay, you have not done gym class in a long time. So you... And you're like, I'm doing it. And then you look down and you made it 5 feet and you have to keep going. Oh God. And then eventually you pull yourself up and you take a big deep breath and you see the dark corridor before you and a door open at the end of the hallway.
Can I just say, you said done gym class, and I thought you were combining the words dungeon and gym class because this is D&D.
Dungeon.
So I thought this was done gym class.
I mean, for adventurers, maybe. I'm
Dungeon
claiming
class.
that. It's mine.
Okay.
No
All
one
right.
else
Right.
take this. All right.
And Freya's gonna.
Done gym class PE, perilous
Yes,
education.
exactly.
Freya's just gonna kind of on the floor, just giving herself a second. Pulls out her wand again and just bottom of the lip, and just points again. Just get him up here. Where you at?
So she has made it up
Good.
the stairs.
Wait, she's on the top floor. You can hear her.
I'll poke my head out from the walk-in closet. Does it see down the hall?
Yeah, you can.
And do I have
you
visual
can see.
confirmation?
Yeah, you can see her.
Just wave. Yeah, I'm over here. I'll shout into the message.
Fuck. I'll teach you that one. She'll get up and she'll like peer back down and see if they're still stuck.
Oh, they're
Just hardcore making out.
Oh, they're trying to like fish
Oh,
out the
okay.
legs. It does look a little graphic.
I'm just gonna walk over to Cariad then.
It's like a
I
human
just-
Rubik's
I thought you
cube.
were
Finlo, it's not
watch.
the time and place
I
for
thought
it.
Did
you said
only
you were
you
just gonna
come?
watch for a second.
Awkward teen
So
love, my
when
king.
when I send you a message, you don't need to shout. Don't shout. You can just talk normal.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. You didn't know. Now you do. Oh, what's going on?
Right, so a lot actually.
Oh, it's a story, and
Don't-
she's gonna conjure a stool, and she's gonna like sit down and just continue to catch her breath.
I don't really know where to start. Alright, so you know how we went to the graveyard and we fought the zombies?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and it for some reason no one was allowed in the graveyard other than like not the guards. Oh, Cassius is here. I'll point to Cassius.
He goes, hey.
So they're not allowed in the graveyard, and I think it's because they're being kept out. Because we found all the zombies, we found the crystal for the death goddess or whatever, and I think it's connected to the demon lord of rot that we found, whose name was Zogtome.
Fenlo's looking at his notes, but I don't know if I can tell you that.
Fenlo's down 3 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
Because after death comes rot, I think they might be connected. The reason I think there's a demon lord of rot in here is because somebody is selling souls to keep the town jubilated, happy. There's way too much money here, and it doesn't make sense. I think souls are being sold. The only evidence I have is that the 3 events are happening. But I still think it's concrete. And then I found this, and I'm gonna gesture to the closet. Inside it said, I don't know how to say this with the accent. Fuck, I don't know how to say
Just
traitors
do
with a
it.
Welsh accent. Cut all this out.
Traitors.
Traitors. Traitor. No.
Traitors.
So it said traitors. Every one of them. That's what it said. So there's clearly something going on in this town. I think the Andersons were murdered. We suspected that already. And I think I know who did it. I think it was Colin.
Whoa.
mayor.
Whoa. And Cassius is like up on his feet. Like, he was probably like leaning against the wall, and now he's like up on his feet. He's like, we are not doing what I think we are doing. We are not doing a treason here, are we?
I'm not saying treason. I think he sold out the town.
To a demon lord.
I think he was being treasonous. Yeah. Think of it this way. Hold on. Before you say anything, before you have any preconceived notions, he said he was best friends with the Andersons. He said he was the godfather of Georgie. Georgie? And yet, why did he never come in here? Why didn't he find... You said yourself, that looked like Wallace.
It looked like Wallace, yeah.
Shouldn't somebody have known? Shouldn't somebody have known that he was in here? Clearly nobody inspected this place well enough. And that's really weird if he was such good friends with them.
Okay.
And then you yourself saw the markings, traitors.
Yeah.
They were sold out. The only one who has to profit is Colin Williams.
How does he profit, though?
Because he made a deal with the Demon Lord.
Okay, what does he get in return? I don't see how he's profited, though.
He gets all the riches.
Does
The town stays afloat, despite him doing nothing.
so? How long has Colin been mayor?
45 years. The Andersons have been dead for 25
that's-
years.
That's kind of a long time. Back
And how long has the town been in this state of jubilation?
Ever. The town grew off of some guy who was trying to make it big as a farmer in Jarlford. And then he didn't have great luck, came over here and started to trick people, petty wares. That was probably 100 years ago. Eventually it just kind of grew into this. People use this as towns of drinking your sorrows. I don't like this place, but like people.
What was the name of the farmer?
I don't know. You'd have to check the archives. I don't know that much, but
Is 45 years for a town leader considered long?
well, I mean, for our standard of our town, absolutely. He's been probably in power. It's probably one of the longest standing members of power. And I mean, he's not like the only one who has taken in for 45 years. There's been like one or two from what I've heard. But
Well, it would either be him or someone else if this place has only been around for 100. What happened to the one in between? Is he only
the sickness took
for
him.
like 2 years and then he
the
died?
sickness took him. He goes,
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, the one before Colin Williams was the only one that has been impeached, if that helps.
Ooh.
Some
And what was his
her name was Maybelline. Nope, not Maybelline. I just realized this one out loud.
Maybe it's
Maybelline.
Maybe it's
This is what happens
Maybelline.
when you don't say things out loud. Mabel.
That's who it was all along.
Mabel.
Mabel.
Mabel Constance.
Maybe it's Mabel.
Maybe it's Mabel.
Yeah, Mabel Constance was the last mayor here. She was before my time. I just know that she was impeached after some taxation issues with the populace, which is why people enjoy Colin Williams as mayor.
Alright. I'll give you this. It's weird. Like, zombos and carvings on the wall. It's strange. I'll give you that.
Do you know anyone who owns a small cottage out of town? Just off in the woods.
Which
over
direction?
there. Towards
It was north.
It wasn't in the woods.
Chesterfield,
It was northwest.
Chestershire. Glenchester. Towards Glenchester.
No. Not off my head. I mean, anything outside of the town is fair game. Anyone can set up a camp. But a cabin?
Yeah, it was like a fully built
No.
nickel
Can't
cabin.
say that I do.
No mayor has a vacation home.
Not that I know of.
Alright.
The one thing I keep getting caught up on is traitors with an S.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Colin Williams said he was a friend of his family. Was there anyone who didn't like him?
Oh,
From what we're told, they were pretty well loved.
they were
and
well
The
loved.
fact that their house burned down was a tragedy.
Friendly
Were
capacity.
you head
I'm
guard
not
then?
the head guard. I am the left hand for Adrian Cavell. He's the head guard. He's my mentor. Or sorry, they.
Should we... Do you think this is worth bringing up to them?
It's probably...
Well, clearly there's something going on. There was a monster in your town. We have to report this to someone.
He looks between the two of you now, and he kind of like closes the doorway that you guys are standing in. He goes, okay, listen, I don't like this town. I don't care about this town. I am here specifically because of Adrian. So trust me when I say that if we go to Adrian about this, in the idea of the mayor being in some way an evil person, we have to have concrete proof. He is more dedicated to this town than any guard I've seen. If we come up, if you guys show up and start saying things that don't have enough validity to them, I don't know if I could help that. I can come in and say it looked like Wallace, and I can come and say these things were there, but my word only has so much sway with him.
I'll admit I made a couple jumps in my judgment. So, will you help us investigate? We'll investigate on the quiet until we have at least someone to be suspicious of.
Sure.
As much as I don't... I mean, we were gonna go back anyway, but... I think we should do a second sweep of the house. This time maybe not so tapped. Go in kind of knowing what we're doing and prepared. Maybe there's answers there.
I actually want to go back into the closet, and I want to take all the
Definitely.
pictures. And the picture
Some of
book...
them are a little, like,
You're-
soggy. Some of them you can, like, kind of dust off from the fungus and pull up and everything, but you can collect them.
I thought you genuinely meant, like, I want to take all the pictures. And I was like, what ability?
I pulled out
What?
my Sheikah slate from Breath of the Wild, and I start taking all the pictures of the overworld. Click,
Do
click, click.
you have?
Turns
Can
out
we
I'm
say
actually
that-
multi-classing as artificer.
I created a camera.
I have my
Can
Vine
we say at this
box.
point,
It's like that episode of Phineas and
Overcast
Ferb where the
iPhone.
kid's camera
Can-
breaks, and he's like, just take pictures in your brain. I'm like, click.
He's
Click.
fucking Irvin.
can we say at this point that Fenlo and
Yeah,
Ramsey
you
have
extricate
finally
your
been
limbs from
stairs?
each other in the staircase. And you guys can climb up the staircase with each other's help. Again, it is now, like, structurally breaking further and further.
Is this a check?
Nah, I won't check this again.
Alright, sorry.
What door are they in? There is none that are open.
Sorry to interrupt. This is for Liam. I just realized what them being stuck in the staircase reminded me of. Why the hell are you here, teacher? That's 100% what that reminds me of. Alright, I'm sorry. You can continue.
What Ramsey's gonna look up and down the hall and then turn to Fenlo and say, what door did they go in? None of them are open.
I don't know.
What, do we test one?
I just... Are there, like, footprints because the carpet's all
Yeah, you
soggy?
can see footprints going up and down the hall.
Cool. I think it's that way. I don't know, man.
I don't like that everything is wet, and then Ramsey's gonna go for the door. That
You guys
has the
open up. You
footprints in
see
it.
a meeting between Cassius Amaldo, the guard that you met at the graveyard, and your two compatriots, Freya and Cariad.
Hi. Hi.
Hello. Cariad, why are we here? Why do you look so terrible? Oh, also, why was there a zombie at the... That is probably why you have looked terrible, but I continue with my question anyway.
Yeah, right. Actually, can someone
And you
help me
see
with
a
this?
whole
And I'm gonna
gash out of their neck, and
expose-
it's spewing blood now. The cloth is
What
taken
the-
away.
Why the fucking gods, see, what are you doing? I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
doing my
How much is
best
the
here.
heal?
I gotta roll for it.
Alright, so I've uncovered some secrets.
Oh, good.
But We still don't have all the pieces.
secrets?
Cariad, you heal 16.
What pieces?
16. Oh. Alright, and I'm gonna convey to
You're
them
not gonna do it again. Cool.
all that I've collected. So the connection that I think is between the tomb of the Andersons, the crystal, the rot god, or demon lord, sorry.
The rock.
Yeah!
It sounds like a band name.
Rot god. It's pretty sick. And the note on the wall. And I'm gonna mention this now to everyone, even though Wallace's body was decrepit, this message seems fresh. And it's not alright.
Ramsey, takes a second to listen patiently to what you're saying. He doesn't, have really any expression as he hears you go through the motions of, what you'd already repeated to Cassius and Freya, and now Fenlo and Ramsey at this point. Before his brow begins to furrow, and, a look of frustration crosses it again. I cannot deny, Cariad, that this is very troubling, the things that are taking place, but to say there is any correlation with the mayor being involved is just blasphemy once again, the same way Tecton had gone off. It is wrong to assume. We do not know who is involved.
And I admit that now. I understand. We don't know who is doing this. But we have to find out.
Yeah, we really can't build no foundation on it. This is crumbling concrete at this point. We don't.
I am fine finding out who, but I am not okay with sending out random accusations to different people with no basis on them. Cariad, it is foolish and wrong, and it will get us in unnecessary trouble.
Yeah, we're still cooling off because it's.
Speaking of, he should be here.
Why would he be?
He should be here.
No, but the guard came to us, right? And there was no, go get somebody else. He just said he's coming to the
We're a group.
Freya's saying if we're all talking about it, Tecton should be here.
I can go look for him.
Have fun with that.
Let's hop back to Tecton.
Perhaps he has gone to accuse someone else of crimes.
If I have to, Freya will, instead of going down the shitty broken staircase again, she'll use Misty Step again to pop back down to the bottom and go look for Tecton, and her strategy is walk down a road, the busiest, and message each, she's going to assume bar.
Okay. While you're doing that, let's jump back to Tecton. Tecton, you are laying on the floor, taking big swigs of alcohol, watching your world spin. The club is going on around you. People are having a great time, drinking, fucking, drugs, all the fun stuff cool kids do. Hedonism, yeah. And then you hear, something, just, some kind of, conversation, and for some reason it just kind of piques your interest, so you kind of tune in, and they're like, and then they evacuated the whole street. They said there was some kind of monster, and then he just waved a sword at them. My cousin's so frustrated with this town already. Yeah, it said this woman with a pixie cut was with him.
Okay. I'll try to stand up.
Oh, your world's spinning. It's spinny.
And I'll go over to the table.
Cling, cling. Hello?
Hey, I heard you were talking about something with the street.
Yeah. What? I'm sorry, can we help you?
Was the mayor involved?
Oh god, your breath is awful. No, why would the mayor be involved? It's a monster.
Ooh. Wait, what?
Oh.
When?
I don't know, like 20 minutes ago.
Oh god.
Like he has
I
a
got it.
realization, but then cuts himself.
God. Guys, and I bring them into a hug.
Ew.
Guys, I gotta go.
Okay, fine, go! And they
I'm
like
sorry.
push you off of them. You like stumble a little bit.
I want to cast Expeditious Retreat
You
on
are
myself.
fucking quick, dude.
I'm quick, but I'm not.
Okay,
That's
make
Gonna
me a
be
dexterity
fucking
check with
washing
disadvantage to
machine
make it
of
down the
all that
stairs.
fucking liquid.
Yeah, so I just want to rapidly bump and stumble my
You-
way down to the first
You
floor
are
of
a
the bar,
ping pong
and
ball.
then get up to the
Bing, 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 bing. You fall down the rest of the stairs. You catch yourself. You do a little roll. Like you get up. You swim a little bit, and then you like get out into the evening air. The evening air hits you like a freight train. And then you like look around, and you kind of see these people walking away from this one street, and you see a couple guards like blocked it off with barricades, and you run up and you and you wait. And then you just like slip under and you kind of sidle up the walkway. And then you see in front of you a burned down in husk of a building. Some kind of floral zombie beheaded on the ground with a bunch of rope wrapped around a corner of the building. And then you also see Freya at the under the street just pointing her wand down the street.
Big smile. I think it's the sort of like running that you do when you're drunk when you just have so much energy. And I just go up and hug. I just go in for a big hug.
Freya, someone is hugging you. I
Freya!
don't know who it is.
It's me! It's Tecton!
Hello, Tecton.
What happened here?
Well, it's quite crazy. I think you should get...
He smells like a bar.
You're drunk again, aren't you?
I had a few, yeah. So what?
She stands back and she crosses her arms. She holds up a couple fingers. She says, "How many fingers am I holding up right now?"
I'm gonna roll a. I don't have a D5, so I'll roll a
Sounds good.
D6. It would have been funny if I got a 6, but no, that's a 1. 1.
Wrong.
Shit. Should have said. 3. It was 3, wasn't it? That was my second guess. That means I'm only half drunk.
She's gonna grab him by the ear, and she's gonna drag him to the inn.
Okay.
But she's not gonna bring him in. We're gonna stop like maybe a little bit outside of the inn.
Okay. You come up next to the zombie body.
I kind of look at it disgusted. What is that? What's going on?
I'd like to ask you the same thing.
I had nothing to do with this. Trust me.
You know that's not what I'm talking about. You keep
right.
going off just when I think things are changing. After that talk we had in the bar, I thought maybe you could turn around. Maybe you can start thinking about these other kids. And then you go. I heard you threatened the mayor. And then what do? Instead of coming back and communicating with us, you go out and you drink.
I have a lot of thoughts going in my head, and I cannot say them properly in this state. I'm trying very hard to say what I'm saying. I would be glad to have this conversation tomorrow, but it was a failure. What happened? It was a big fuck up. Sorry, I swear a lot. It was wrong. I think we just blew our chance of finding out what happened with the mayor, and I think if there is something going on, we're never gonna find out what it is, or have any sort of proof. I don't know.
Oh, you're lucky your partner in crime is Cariad. You see, while you've been out partying, trying to drink away your woes, she's been out investigating, almost dying, because she feels some sort of obligation to prove to us that you two aren't just a bunch of bumbling idiots.
Cariad did that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That is not on her, that is on you.
I didn't think that she wanted, that she was, ow, okay. Yeah, that is on me.
And right now, she is up there,
Everything is on.
trying to convince a very, very angry paladin that this whole charade that you've put us through this past day is worth something. You can't even be there for her. I could bring you up there right now. What would you say? Do you think this would help her point? Do you think if Tipton came waltzing up there, trying to give validity to what she's trying to prove, do you think that would make Ramses feel better?
I don't know what Ramses has to do with it. Oh, wait, no, Ramses is mad at me. Shit. And Fenlo. Did Cariad find something?
Cariad found a lot of things.
And
What do you think that is? And she's pointing at, like, the headless corpse of the zombie.
I have no idea. I thought those things were only in the forest.
You're just as surprised as I was. I don't understand what you want from us. You want us to take things more seriously, and then you go out and you do this.
Yeah. I was working with what I thought was some sort of logic, but I thought that we were trying to keep it copacetic and take it easy, and then the thing with the mayor happened, and it all sort of collapsed in on itself. I'll be honest, it got out of hand, and I did something that I wasn't trying to do.
We
I
are
feel like I've
trying.
said sorry a lot.
We are trying to work with you, and it feels like you're working against us. I understand you're trying your hardest, and when it comes to fighting, you pull your weight and more. I'm only ever gonna say this once because I'm pretty sure you're gonna forget it tomorrow. But you're very good at magic. You don't know how angry that makes me. And, like, you can see, like, her eyes are starting to get, like, a little glazed. So you are gonna figure out how to apologize to that girl up there for your piss-poor performance. She's been busting her ass. She's been trying so hard.
I think Freya sort of has the effect on Tecton of like sort of stopping him and getting out of spiraling into his own ego, and so I think he stops a bit and he drops down to the sad level of drunk and just looks a bit more morose. Yeah. Fuck. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna try to fix it. No, not fix it. I'm gonna try to make amends and maybe ask for another chance and not fuck that one up. And try to be a bit more communicative. I don't know. I can't think right now.
She's gonna walk past him. She's gonna put her wand to her lip again. And she's gonna point up to where the three of them are. And she's gonna say, "Alright, get down here now. We're going back to the inn. We're gonna sleep and we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. No more arguing, okay?"
Is that to everybody? Or is that just to
Yeah.
a person? You can cast message, or you just
No, but she'll send it to Cariad.
Alright, and what of Cassius? We need him to be a part of the conversation. I don't know if we'll get him again. I think we should have this.
I'm standing right here.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Sorry, Freya's messaging me. She's doing the magic in my ear again.
Are you okay?
Have you not heard of magic? The thing that goes in your...
I have angel in my blood. I've heard of magic, but you just cut yourself off mid-sentence and started saying stuff completely out of context.
A second message is going to go this time to Fenlo. I'm sorry, I'm just standing here wondering why I'm not hearing footprints of my team coming back down to me. We can bring Cassius with us.
Okay, I think I understand what you're talking about. Let's go, because she's mad.
Ramsey this whole time has just been going off on a tangent. It is so irresponsible to be doing these things, and if people hear it'll be and he sees a wardrobe in the house. And
You try to flip the wardrobe,
once again,
but it's cased in moss, and the moss does not give up easy.
Ramsey, stop.
That's actually such a cute visual of Ramses angrily going over to a wardrobe and going like thinking with ease that it's just gonna go up and just like
it's we don't gotta flip no more furniture. It's all good.
He rubs his temple with his left hand and like pulls off chunks of moss with his right. Finlo, I am sorry, I just need a minute to think. I will be right down.
Just don't break nothing, especially not yourself. There's a few falls. Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs.
Yeah, alright. Cassius, will you come down with us?
So you guys...
We'll go
you
get
guys
your
can
shield.
all get down there in your various different capacities. He collects his shield and re-strings his sword again, and you guys all make your way down. Ramses, are you done with your temper tantrum, or would you like to continue?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course he's done.
All right.
He only needed just a moment.
No, he's not. He finds other piece
He
of
brings
furniture
out
to flip.
axe and he smashes.
If there was furniture to flip in this room right now, it would
I go
be
to
flipped.
local IKEA. I buy thing I cannot read or say out loud. I build after hours and hours of not understanding instructions, and I flip it.
That sounds so relieving for some reason.
And with that visual, that's where we'll take a break. I did not put my phone on silent. I am a professional.
What a start. Third time's the charm.
Restart.
It's okay. I forgot. I forgot Tutu, and then I got a ding.
I'm getting sneezy. I'm gonna
So
take
that
a
I just
pill
put
super
my thing
quick.
on Do Not Disturb now.
Are you saying that we're so professional that you just never have to edit anything out because we get it perfect?
Never. I just slap them all together and say go.
It's the easiest editing process ever. You just put all the audio in, and it's great.
Yeah. Don't even sync it or anything. Just shove it all in, and
Yeah, because we're already in sync.
yeah, totally.
Time everything perfectly.
We're like the
We're
new
perfectly
band.
in sync,
the
Nick.
new
See, like, ready? Nick, my favorite fruit is...
quadruped.
Perfect.
Pears.
And with that, let's
Oh, you
play.
could see my light flickering, so you could tell I wasn't frozen. Shit.
It doesn't matter. It's an audio medium. They're not seeing you.
Yeah, but you guys can see me.
Nick,
Guys, I don't know about you, but I never feel seen.
And
Nick's favorite is bad dragon fruit.
I hate you. I hate you. This relationship is over.